Hello students, class 6th, subject chemistry, 10th date, 7th month 2020. Main topic is separation of substances. Under that subtopic is introduction and mixture. So about introduction and mixture, we have 5 questions. So we will begin question number 1, right? Question number 1, Hemant accidentally mixed all grocery and vegetables. After he fell on the ground, how Hemant has been separated the things? Here Hemant went to shop, collected all groceries and vegetables, and in the return he accidentally fell down on the ground. So all items were mixed. Before he was keeping and bringing all items separately, in a bag, but all were mixed when he fell down on the ground. So how Hemant has started separating the things? Here samples like different sizes. It's like tomatoes, green mirchi, green chili, and we have mixtures like coriander seeds which are very small. Tomato, red gram, we all know about red gram, wheat flour, all these things were there together in the mixture. After falling down, all these things were there together in the mixture. So how Hemant started picking the heavier things and the lighter things. So first he started collecting tomatoes which are bigger in size. With a bare hand he collected. Next, green chili. That is been separated because we can pick with our bare hands. We can easily pick with our bare hands these things, right? Flour. The flour which has very small particles. Flour. What is the flour here? Wheat flour. It is a powder-like substance. We cannot able to pick each and every particle of the powder, right? Only we have to collect the top layer of the wheat flour. Beneath layers are all spoiled because they were mixed with the soil which are unfit to eat. Only we have to collect the top layer of the powder, wheat flour, right? So brilliantly he has been collected the wheat flour also at last. Tomatoes and green mirchi we able to separate with our bare hands. We can easily pick up. And the important task, the tough time came up for Hemant is how to get coriander seeds. They were mixed in the soil. What he will do? He will collect the coriander seeds along with soil. He will do sieving. Sieving machine? Sieving machine everybody knows. While at constructing building, they'll collect the sand. Sand has different size of particles, pebbles, stones, small size particles, even very small particles. How we can separate? They will use a sieve. They will flow the sand, the raw sand on the sieve so that small size particles are getting down, heavier particles are settled up, they are moving down. Right. Likewise, the person able to separate the small size sand particles and bigger size sand particles by using technique sieving. Here Hemant also has been used that technique. He was taken a sieve. He kept whole thing in the sieve and he started rotating like this. So that sieve particles are getting down. Sand particles are settled up. So likewise he able to separate it. Coriander seeds and sand has been separated. Coriander seeds and sand. from the soil, right? Next, red grams. Red grams also has been used by again sieving method, because red gram also mixed up with the soil, that has to be separated. So while collecting the gram, a kind of pulse, along with some soil also be joined, right? That soil has to be removed. Again we do what? Sieving techniques. Red grams are little bigger than the all sandstones, okay, soil stones. So all soil will be settled down, red grams will be settled up. Likewise, able to separated all the things. He made very clear all the things without dirty, without soil, without sand. Everything he made by using sieving technique, by hand picking. By using sieving technique and hand picking. The bigger size particles we can directly pick with our bare hands. Very small size particles you have to use this sieve, right? Next, question number 2. What are the daily applications which we will use to separate components in a mixture? Daily applications. Every day we used to go across it. Okay, every day. Because they are all necessities. Without separation every day in our life, we cannot take valuable things. We cannot eat the things which are helpful to our body. Which are not helpful to our body, we have to remove by hand picking or by sieving, okay, by any physical methods. Which are helpful to our body, our health, they are important, only we have to eat them. Likewise, we are segregating those are not helpful to us, which are helpful to us by separating techniques like sieving, okay, like sieving and filtration, hand picking, many methods are there. Okay, what are the daily applications which we will use to separate the components in a mixture? Answer is, we remove small stones from rice before cooking rice. We oftenly observe in our houses, our mother, our grandparents, first they will collect the raw rice. It may be consist very small stones, which are blackish color, very small stones. Okay, and sometimes it may be have pest, it may be have worms, all we have to clean, wash out with our bare hands by hand picking, or sometimes sieving also helpful. Sieving also helpful for wheat flour. Sieving is helping for only wheat flour. For raw rice it should be hand picking to remove the small stones as well as any pest or any worms in the rice. Next thing, we have to remove husk also from the raw rice. Husk which we cannot able to eat. Husk which is not useful to us. That is for cattle. Who will eat that husk? Cattle or some other purposes will use. But we have to eat only the raw rice. It may contains husk or stones, any small pebbles, right? Next, from flour, I told you already, wheat flour, it may be having small worms, because we'll keep it aside for long period. We'll keep it aside in our houses for long period. It may be getting small worms, small pest, right? We have to remove by only sieving. For all wheat flour, we have to use only sieving technique, right? Next, impurities from the water by filtration. Just a filtration process also, we have a filter paper, we can use a filter paper or sieve. We oftenly see that sieve, they will cover with on sieve, they will cover cloth. They will cover cloth over the sieve and they'll pour water, so that any bigger size things which are impurities are there, they'll be settled over the sieve. Water will be flow down. Next, tea powder. Everybody knows. After making tea, we have to filter the tea, so that we have to collect the tea leaves, that is called tea powder, okay, which is not helping to give us health. This tea powder, we will not eat it, only tea we have to take, right? Next, question number 3, what is mixture? Give examples. What is mixture? Give examples, right? Combination of more than one substance together is called as a mixture. Combination of more than one substance together is called as a mixture. Mixtures have many examples. Air is a mixture. Air consists many gases. Air is not only single component. Air having hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, several gases. Carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, inert gases, noble gases, helium, neon, argon, krypton, all together we can call air is a mixture. So we can tell about air is a mixture. Pebbles in the sand. Sand may consist, already I told you, if you remember, pebbles and small stones, very small stones, so many together in a soil. Next, laddu, for making laddu, which has very sweety taste, and everybody likes eating laddu, okay, right? Laddu is also made up of with different components, so many ingredients it has to take. Sugar, a kind of different flour, okay, we can call as a mixture. Next, lemon juice. Lemon juice consists lemon pulp, lemon juice, sugar, if you want to add salt also. Lemon pulp, okay, lemon juice plus sugar, if you add salt also takes part in the mixture, right? So these are the examples about mixtures. Next, find out which of the following mixtures. Next question, find out which of the following mixtures, whether natural or man-made, right? So I have different samples. So we have different samples, like first sample, lemon water. Lemon water is a what? Man-made. We have to prepare ourselves. Alloys, man-made. What is alloy? Mixture of two or more metals. Mixture of two or more metals. Bell metal. For using ringing the bells in the schools, in the factories. Okay, bell metal. For where do we use this? In schools, for ringing the bell. In some industries, right? So bell metal is an alloy. Bell metal is an alloy. We can often see in the temples bell. It is made up of with what? Two types of metals. One is stannum, second one is copper. Stannum, copper. Two metals are mixed, such that we call it as a mixture, that to be alloy. Alloy is a mixture. Okay, example, bell metal, it consists of two metals, one is stannum, second one is copper. Next, concrete is a mixture. Okay, concrete is a mixture. Is it man-made or natural? Man-made. Concrete consists of small pebbles and cement, sand, water. Okay, all together. Pebbles, cement, sand and water, all together when you mixed, we got a concrete. Where do we use? For making slabs, for houses, for tall buildings, for tall constructions, anywhere, for every construction making floor, concrete should be used. What is natural mixtures? Soil is a natural mixture and air is also a natural mixture. Soil and air, these two are natural mixtures. We did not prepare them. Naturally, we have these two types of mixtures. Other than these two, they are all man-made, right? Next question 5. answer the following questions. Before that, we have different samples here, right? If you see samples, ghee, wax, sand, sugar, salt, turmeric powder, dal, plastic, wood, iron nails. We have all these different samples. Now, question A in this: which material float on water among these samples? Among all these samples, which material float on water? My answer is ghee will float on water, plastic, wood, turmeric powder also if it flows on water, right? Next, B, question B, which materials sink in water? Generally heavy substances like sand, sugar, salt, iron nails and dal. They'll be sink in water. They'll be sink in water. Next, which materials are soluble in water? Yes, you have to be careful here. Which are soluble in water? No doubt sugar, salt. After adding sugar and salt, if you thoroughly mix with the spoon, okay, mix with an iron metal thoroughly, definitely all sugar and salt particles get dissolved. So end of the minute, all salt and sugar particles are completely get dissolved. So this is how about which are dissolved. Next, which materials are not soluble in water? Right, ghee, wax, iron nails. Except salt and sugar, everything is not dissolved in water. Right? So ghee, wax, iron nails, dal, plastic, wood, sand, turmeric powder, all they do not dissolve in water. Thank you, students. So I hope to think everybody understood all answers. So these are all daily activities which we go across every day. Everybody get experienced with these all activities. So I hope to think you all enjoyed this class. Thank you, students.